What's going on, you guys? Welcome on back to the channel. And wow, that final episode of Demon Slayer, man, if they're gonna actually be done like making anime seasons for Demon Slayer and we're going into just a trilogy of movies for Infinity Castle, what a way to like fully send off like the anime adaptation. Cause bro, that final episode, it was just, it might be one of the best episodes of anime of the year. Certainly the best episode of Demon Slayer, I would say. I think it's safe to say that's the best episode of Demon Slayer that I think I've seen. Like, there's a lot of good episodes of Demon Slayer, and I mean a lot, particularly in the entertainment district, but this final episode, it was just peak all the way through. Like, there wasn't really one moment that was down. Like, perfect example, top of the episode. Like, that was like the first big chunk of the episode. Everything with Ubuyashiki and Muzan, bro, that stuff was so good. Like, in the manga, like, I didn't really care about it as much, but in the anime, dog, they animated it, the way that it was boarded, like the tiger and the dragon metaphor to symbolize like the Hashira and his children, bro, like, it was so good. And I especially liked, especially if you go back and you look at Ubuyashiki in that scene, you can see his like eyes like shining in the darkness. So good and like so well layered. I loved it. And like, bro, when that explosion, dog, that was just so good. Like, there wasn't really a bad moment in this entire episode. Like, it was so like perfectly paced. Like, Tamayo as well. Like, I remember in the manga, I think she was like one panel or something like that. But in the anime, dog, the facial expressions that they gave her, like the animation in that scene, like you could feel the emotion like from Tamayo. Because like Tamayo was always a character that I never really cared about at all. Like, sure, like she's heavily important because she's the reason why the cure exists, but she's just a character that I never really connected with. Dog, in the anime, they made her such a more compelling character, at least to me. Maybe to everybody else she was compelling, but at least to me, back when the manga was going on, I didn't really care about Tamayo like that. But now, like with like the voice acting and the way it was shot, dude, peak. Like, that's pretty much just gonna be like the subtitle of this video is just peak. I loved it. It's just so good. And then when like all the Hashira and Tanjiro get to where Muzan is, and when they actually get teleported into the Infinity Castle, what I loved is that you don't just see the Hashira and Tanjiro like go into the Infinity Castle. What I loved is that the anime made a point to show how everyone got into the Infinity Castle. Because I always wondered, like, I was like, wait a minute, when did Inosuke get here? How did he get into the Infinity Castle? But now you get to see like how characters like Inosuke, Zenitsu, Murata, you get to see how they all teleported in. Like, Murata got teleported in because they were on patrol. Inosuke was just eating his food, trying to eat. Like, it was so good. Like, those are things that like you don't think you need, but when you're watching it, you're like, oh man, like, how did we not have this before? Like, how did we not have this explanation as to how they got into the Infinity Castle? But of course, nothing will, at least for me, the best shot of that entire episode. Like, this was the moment that I wanted to see so badly, was Tanjiro yelling at Muzan, saying he's going to be the one that kills him. And Muzan just telling him, good luck. Keep, like, that was so good. Like, bro, and the music that accompanied it, oh my god. And now we have to wait. Like, dude, I don't know how long we're gonna have to wait to see everything adapted. But like, if you're just now getting into Demon Slayer, like, I know it's hard. Don't go read the manga. I know it's gonna be hard, but actually, you know what? I take that back. Go read the manga, especially since they're doing movies. It's gonna be a trilogy of movies. You should definitely go read the manga because they very well are probably going to cut things for pacing. So unless like they're like we're gonna put out these movies and then we're also gonna put out a season of television, I don't think they're gonna do that. But still, if you want to see Demon Slayer and it's in its purest form before the movie comes out or before the movies start rolling out, I would say read the manga so that way you get all the information as opposed to like little things getting cut out, because that's my worry, is that little bits of information are going to get cut for pacing. But that's neither here nor there. All in all, final episode of Demon Slayer in an episodic format might have been one of the best things I've seen in probably all year, at least I would say for anime. Like I couldn't like I had to go back and like just look at shots again because I was so impressed with like how they were choreographed, how they were shot, how they were animated. It was just so good. And the fact that we're probably not going to have Demon Slayer for they didn't give a release date. I personally don't think we're seeing the first movie until 2026 at the earliest. Latest is 2027. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for me. Um I might actually put out a whole video like talking about the Hashira Training Arc as a whole, because when I did my first video on Hashira Training Arc, it was kind of when I think only the first like 4 or 5 episodes were out. But now that it's fully completed, I think it's time to like actually talk about it, because in the anime, Hashira Training Arc is like the best. I loved it. They made it so much better than it was in the manga. Like it's insane how much better it is. But that's gonna do it for me. I think. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think this is quite possibly the best episode of Demon Slayer? Or do you think there are some episodes that are better? Maybe like stuff in the entertainment district. Because let me tell you, that final fight with Tengen, that's always going to be up there for me too. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. And as always, I'm going to talk to you guys in the next one. All right. Bye.